Hello my friends, my name is SammiiCake, and today is Vlognesday. And yesterday I went to Your Gamer and I bought this hat and this hoodie. So let's go all out and be crazy. But that's not what I want to talk about today. We're going to be a bit serious today. So basically, for the other day, my friend, Nintendo fan forever, he gave me this website link which just showed inspirational stuff about how you should treat your life. There are 30 things on this list and I just want to go through it because I want to try and put some inspiration in your life to make you seem more positive and more happy about it, really. So the first one was, start spending time with the wrong people. If someone annoys you, ignore them or block them or anything like that, because if you force yourself to try to talk to them, you're going to get annoyed yourself. You're going to annoy yourself for talking to them. It's going to make you sad. Just avoid them, because you might think it's mean and everything, but at the end of the day, it's for your own happiness, and you just got to avoid people who you think is wrong. And one thing it says in here is, if someone wants you in their life, they will make room for you. It's just completely true. Which is saying, kind of contrast to what I said just before. But if someone out there who is doesn't really talk to you much, then they don't want to talk to you. You shouldn't have to force yourself to be someone else just so they'll like you. Be yourself, and that's all that really matters. Number 2, stop running from your problems, face them head on. This is probably self-explanatory. I mean, problems are horrible, they're hard to get through, and you just gotta try your best to get through them. I have loads of problems, but I try and keep happy, because why should problems keep me down? And problems are there because everyone has them. It's just like a challenge in life and we have to accept them. But when we get through them, we feel great. We don't have to run away from them. Running away is just cowardly, really. You just have to face them head on, otherwise you're not going to get far in life. It is difficult, I know, I can understand it'd be difficult to face them, but running away isn't going to get rid of it either. You have to face it to get rid of it permanently. It'll always be there if you run away. Number 3, stop lying to yourself, which is completely true. You have to be honest with yourself. If you're not honest with yourself, then how can other people trust you? You have to be honest with yourself for people to trust you. And it is important to just not lie to yourself. It's probably best not to lie to anyone, really, but especially yourself, because one thing people usually would lie to them is denying they're in love with someone. They don't want to be in love with them, but they are. But you can't help that, and you just shouldn't lie to yourself about it, because that's not going to get rid of the feelings. Just be honest. Number 4, stop putting your own needs on the back burner. We all have needs. I wouldn't, I can understand why people would prioritize other people's needs over yourself, which, to be fair, I do that sometimes. But you shouldn't stress yourself over it. I know I do YouTube, and it can get a bit stressful at times uploading new videos every single day. But at the end of the day, I do it because, not just for you, but for myself, for my own self-satisfactory. But, say, if someone's really down in the dumps, and you're down in the dumps as well, but you're trying to comfort them, but you don't want to let them know that you're down as well. I mean, it is nice and everything, but you need to take care of yourself as well. You really need to. If there was ever a moment to follow your passion and do something that matters to you, the moment is now. That's a quote it says in this bit. Number 5, stop trying to be someone you're not. This is very important. Just be yourself. Especially if you're in a relationship, just be yourself, because you can't pretend to be someone you're not for the rest of your life. You have to be yourself, because if you pretend to be someone you're not, it'll be difficult to keep up that character because it's unnatural to you. If you're trying to be someone who you are, it's natural to you and it flows more, and yeah, people might not like you for it, but it's who you are and you can't help it. You can't change who you are, and people will like you for where you are, usually. There'll be some people out there who wouldn't like you. There'll probably be some people out there who doesn't like me, but you just gotta face them, really, or ignore them, or avoid them, or just, I don't know, just face them. Be yourself and the right people will love the real you. That's what one of the quotes says. Number 6, stop trying to hold onto the past. The past is the past and you gotta move on. That's basically it. You need to you can't stop the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. That's the quote, and that is completely and utterly true. You just gotta keep moving forward, because if you don't, you're just going to be dragged in the past and you won't be able to move forward. Even if it's something devastating, like the death of a family member, you got to move on eventually, and you can't just feel sorry for yourself for all your life. It happens to everyone pretty much at some point, and I know it is a terrible thing, it really, really is, but you just got to move on, because if you just, they would want you to move on, really. They would want you to be happy and move on and keep a smile on your face, and I'm sure anyone would want that. They wouldn't want you to be dragging over something that happened in the past where they got fired or anything as well. They want you to move on, and you have to do that. You have to stand on your own 2 feet and keep walking forward. Number 7, stop being scared to make a mistake. This is something that I really learned from, because in real life I am super shy. I am so scared I'm going to make a mistake, say something I'm going to regret, or make a fool of myself. And it is true, you really need to just forget about any other people. Will laugh at you maybe, but when don't you laugh at someone else? And when you laugh at someone else, you just doing it jokingly, you don't mean it in a harsh way. It is true, you just shouldn't be scared of making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes at some point. We probably make a mistake on a daily basis, but we just move on from it. And everyone has failures in life, but you learn from your failures. I read somewhere before, I don't know if I read it or I was told it, but if, say you're doing some programming, making a game or something, if you do it flawlessly, you don't make any mistakes, cool. But if you do it with mistakes in it, you do something and you learn from those mistakes and you improve it, eventually you might get a better product at the end of the mistakes, because that is something that usually happens. You usually learn from mistakes, improve it, and then think of something else to help or improve what you're creating. That is seriously what happens when you learn from your mistakes, because you're taking more time, putting more thought into it, and just don't be scared of mistakes, because usually they are very beneficial in the future. Stop berating yourself for all mistakes. This is basically the same as just move on with the past, really. But every single thing that has ever happened in life is preparing you for the moment that is yet to come. This is completely and utterly true. Everyone in here is true. You just gotta keep moving forward. If you don't move forward, then who else is gonna move forward for you? You have to push yourself. There can be some people trying to push you forward, but most of the work is gonna have to come from you. We got to push ourselves forward to get somewhere in life. Number 9, stop trying to buy happiness. I am terrible at this. Whenever it comes to Steam sales, I usually spoil myself quite a bit, as you might be able to tell. But it is true. Happiness, it might make you happy for a while, but at the end, it's not going to keep you permanently happy. you'll feel at the end of it like, why did I do that? I just spent money on this. I could spend it on that. I could have saved it, and I spent it on this. And now I'm even more in debt, or I'm even got less money now, so I can't get this. You're just gonna regret it in the end. So stop buying yourself happiness. Buy stuff that you actually need, or something you really, really want, like Dark Souls 2. Like, true happiness comes from sharing it with other people, love, laughter, and working on our passions. Just doing that, whatever the hell you like, basically. And you just can't buy it unless it's something that's really expensive, such as skydiving. So if you like skydiving, then you might need to find some other alternatives to make you happy. But it's still a good way to keep you happy. I've never done skydiving. I don't think I would ever want to. Number 10. Stop exclusively, I can't speak, looking to others for happiness. Not everyone can keep you happy. You need to be happy with who you are on the inside. And like, if you're looking for a relationship where they have to continuously make you happy, you're looking for the wrong thing. You really are. Like, you can't rely on someone else to just keep you happy and yourself happy. You got happy yourself sometimes, and it's so true. Like, you have to keep trying yourself. You like, if that relationship ends, who's gonna make you happy then? You have to do it. You can't rely on someone else. You can't give someone the burden of doing it. I don't know if that's the right word, because that might be a bit too harsh. But here's complete truth. You have to find it yourself. You can't rely on other people to give it to you. Number 11. Stop being idle. Don't think too much all your great problems that wasn't even there in the first place. You got to arm yourself with these sort of things. You got to imagine like it's some sort of quest or RPG, and you just got to keep moving forwards. You can't just accept to everything just be there, play out fine and unprepared. You have to prepare yourself for these things. You have to be decisive of what you're gonna do. You can't make it to second base if you're fit on the first. You can't keep moving forward. You can't just expect to move forward just randomly. You have to do something to help you move forward. You've got to take that first step, otherwise, and who else is going to? You got to do stuff yourself. Number 12. Stop thinking you're not ready. No one's 100% ready. Never. If you are, wow, that's impressive. But you're not ready until you try it. Because you may think you're ready, but there will always be some sort of nervousness inside you. You'll always be scared, but you will have to take whatever opportunity that happens. And if you just get scared at the last minute, you're doing something stupid. You need to take the first step. You need to think, yeah, I can do this. You need to stop doing positive thinking. It can be tough. It can be really hard at times, but you are ready. Your brain is just telling you otherwise, but you are ready whenever. Just be yourself, and you can accomplish anything if you keep your mind to it. Number 13. Stop getting involved in a relationship for the wrong reasons. Relationships must be chosen wisely. It's better to be alone than to be in a bad company. There's no need to rush. I always get told that people are like, I want to find this perfect woman, but I'm single and I'm going to be single for all my life. You're not going to be single all your life. You're rushing it. Don't rush it, because it's stupid, really, because there is going to be someone out there for you. Always. You just gotta be patient. You gotta wait, because they're not just gonna, I don't know, they're not gonna be there when you're looking for them. They come when you least expect it, and it might be someone who you're friends with right now. Like my boyfriend, I was friends with him for 2 years before I started dating him, and I did not think when I was friends with him that I would ever be in a relationship with him like that. And you never know who you're falling in love with, and when you do fall in love with someone, you're in love with them. You can't change that. You have to face it, because you can't just say, I don't want to be in love with him. I'm going to make myself not in love with him. If you can make yourself not in love with him, it's not true love. You just fall in love with someone and you can't help it. It happens all the time. Love is so... What did I say earlier to my friend? Love is powerful, but it's so manipulative. It really is. And you will find love eventually. You will find someone. It could be in 20 years time, but you will find someone. You just gotta be patient. Some people get quicker and some people don't, but don't compare yourself to anyone else. It's your life. And don't go saying you're unlovable. Everyone is lovable. You'll see, if you watch Jeremy Kyle, it's like people who will take drugs or criminals or something. They're lovable. They're in relationships. They might be falling apart, but they're in relationships. They're being loved. It can happen to anyone. It really can. You just gotta be patient. Don't go whining to other people. Oh, I can't find love. Because some people might get actually annoyed at that sometimes. Some people might get annoyed at sometimes. It's not nice hearing people complain about sort of stuff. It's childish, really, because it really is. You will find love sometime. And you just gotta be patient. Don't rush love. It will happen. And if you rush it, you're gonna find it with the wrong person. You just gotta be patient. Number 14. Stop rejecting new relationships just because old ones didn't work. Just because old ones didn't work doesn't mean the same's gonna happen again. You have to keep moving forward. You have to keep trying your best. And all people you meet are like a test. They're like testing whether you know how to handle different situations. And you just like need to try out these different tests to know what to do. They're literally like teaching you how to do different stuff, and in the end it's just going to bring the best out of you. Number 15. Stop trying to compete against everyone. You're you, and you don't need to compete against other people. Why do you need to show off to other people that you're better than them? Like, it's not going to do much. Concentrate on your own accomplishments. Don't battle against other people, battle against yourself. I mean, you can't be nice battling against other people knowing you're better than them. But it can be overruling at times. It can be really tough. So a success is a battle between you and yourself only. Number 16. Stop being jealous of others. Do I need to explain it? If you get jealous, you're not going to get anywhere. You need to get over things. You need to keep moving on. If you're jealous, you've been stuck in the past, basically. What's something I have that everyone wants? You could be a happy, cheerful, amazing person. Or you could have an amazing other half who you want to show off to the world. It could be anything. But you need to show everyone that, why should I be jealous? I've got this and this and this and this. So what? Number 17. Stop complaining and feel sorry for yourself. It's just sort of like in the past thing again, or it could be in the present. If you're complaining about what's going on at the moment, stop. I mean, sometimes I understand that you need to let it go. You need to talk to someone about it. If you got a problem, you might need to talk to someone about it just to vent it out, because that's natural. Some people have to do that. But if you keep repeating the same thing, making people feel sorry for yourself, and it's just stupid, really. It's just tests, and you're just falling for them. You need to move on. You need to try your best. You can't just sit there and whine about it. If you sit there and whine about it, it's not going to change anything. The problem will still be there. It might get a bit off your back, but it will still be there. You got to get up and do something about it. If you don't do anything about it, then you're just stuck. You've got to do something about it. So smile and let everyone know that today you are a lot stronger than you were yesterday, and you will be. And you will be a more powerful person. People would appreciate more. They would look up to you more if you act more powerful and stronger. Number 18. Stop holding grudges. you need to trust people a bit more. I mean, not everyone out there is bad. Some people are, but don't hold grudges. If they keep betraying you, I can understand that. I can understand you wanting to hold a grudge. And sometimes you have to hold a grudge. Well, not a grudge, but sometimes it's too much and you have to do it. And that goes back to everyone's saying, stop spending time with the wrong people. Because if you're spending more time with the wrong people, then that's bad. And you can hold grudges. Well, you can't hold grudges against them, but you need to have a reason to why you don't want to. But the main thing about life is forgiveness. You need to forgive people for stuff they've done in the past. Some people honestly feel like they made mistakes and they want to move on from it. And one way they can move on from it is if you help them by forgiving them. I mean, you might not feel like they need to be forgiven. Like, if they murder someone, then fair enough. They still need to be slightly forgiven, in my opinion. But that's a bit of a sketchy conversation. Forgiveness is not saying what you did to me is okay. Don't say it's okay. It's never gonna be okay. You need to tell them, it did hurt me. It did hurt me, but I forgive you. I'm moving on from it. It's in the past now. And I'm moving on from it. Just don't do it again. Please, just don't. Otherwise, if you ruin this chance again, I might not go back to you. It's relationship's over, whatever. You need to stop holding the grudges. But you need to balance it. Number 19. Stop letting others bring you down to their level. Refuse to lower your standards to accommodate those who refuse to raise theirs. It basically goes back to being yourself. Just be yourself. Don't make fools of yourself. Like, you see people out there who are really immature and they're trying to make themselves look cool in front of people. Just don't do that. Don't bring yourself down to their level just so you can fit with them. That's not being yourself. That's being someone else. Just be yourself. And people will accept you for being yourself. Like, I see other people, they're being immature. They're like, I never go on birthday and these people screaming at each other. They're having fun and everything, but I just feel so annoying and I would hate to ever do that. Just disrupting other people. I know everyone's not the same, and I just wonder, like, is everyone on the best truly like that? Or were some of them stupid down to other people's levels just so they can fit around with them? It's hard to tell since I don't know any of them, but it's just a possibility. It's just a possibility. It's just a possibility. It's just a possibility out there that could be happening. So don't bring yourself down just to accommodate someone else's level. Stop wasting time explaining yourself to others. Your friends don't need it and your enemies won't believe it anyway. Just do what you know in your heart is right. That's all I really need to say for that, because you just follow your heart. Some things in your heart might not be right and you might need to be pushed in the right direction a little bit. But you need to stop wasting your time explaining yourself to others. It can cause arguments and it's just not worth your while sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's good because then you can win conversations, but if it's causing arguments, no, don't do it. Number 21. Stop doing the same things over and over again without taking a break. This means, like, don't just stress yourself out. Say if you're doing work, if you're continuously doing work, stop it. I mean, it might be stressful at times, but you can't do that to yourself. You might need to get things done, but you should prepare yourself more. Like, it is tough, and people would understand if you are a little bit late with stuff. If you are handling stuff really hard, and you need to balance stuff in life. That's the main thing that's happening in life. You need to balance it. Like, balance between gaming and doing work. You can't just do too much gaming, you can't do too much work. Like, at the moment, I'm trying to balance doing YouTube and gaming and then work. And at the moment, I'm realising the gamer bit is going a bit too high, so I'm trying to make the work bit going higher and the YouTube bit going higher. And I also got, it's like juggling. Imagine you do juggling balls. You're just juggling all of them and you have to get them right. and in sync and stuff like that. That's basically what life is, and you have to keep doing it. You have to try not to drop any of the balls, because if you do, you'll be out of sync, and then you have to resync yourself. You might be missing something. Then you have to get one of the balls back in, and that could mean you have to resync again. It's all complicated. You just have to keep juggling the balls around properly. Innuendo. Number 22. Stop overlooking the beauty of small moments. Small moments are beautiful. Like, even if you are just out there, say you're taking a walk out somewhere, and you go against this gorgeous view. That view will be sketched in your mind forever, despite it was only for a small moment. It'll be amazing. Experience new things. Go on adventures, or just experience new things, basically. Try out new things and see new things. Because then it might not be like a great thing. But whenever I remember this view, overlooking my city, whenever I was singing that view in my head, when I imagine that view, I imagine just freedom and happiness and joyness and nature and stuff like that. It's so beautiful, and you need moments like that to help you keep going. It's like a method to encourage you to keep moving forward, so you know that in the future you can see more of those special moments and get those feelings again, just from seeing those special moments for a moment. And you need to stop overlooking the beauty of things. You need to take in more things. You need to realise what you've got in life, because you have got a lot. You have, whether it's family or friends or games, you've got a lot. Number 23. Stop trying to make things perfect. I need to learn from this. I'm a perfectionist, but it is true. Not everything can be perfect in life. Even relationships, they can't be perfect. There's always a flaws with people, everyone. Every single person out there has flaws with them. Even my boyfriend, but imperfect makes someone's perfect. Like, having disagreements is part of a relationship, and that's what makes it perfect. It's hard to explain, but you'll understand, hopefully, if you ever fall in love. Imperfect comes from perfectness. If everything's perfect, then there's less adventure, less action, less excitement in life. And the real world doesn't reward perfectionists. It was people who get things done. Don't be perfect. You don't have to be. I mean, it is nice, but you don't have to be. Number 24. Stop following the path of least resistance. That sounds something like really cool. Life is not easy, especially when you plan on achieving something worthwhile. Don't take the easy way out. Do something extraordinary. What more can I say? Do something outside your comfort zone and try out new things. And if you really want to accomplish something, keep at it. You can achieve anything if you keep your mind to it. That's one of my sayings, and I keep to it. Like, even the Triforce, it means wisdom, power, and courage. And if you have each 3 of the Triforce triangles together to make the Triforce, you can get any wish you want. And I use this as an inspiration for me to keep moving forward. If you're being wise about how you do stuff, if you're being powerful, if you have courage to keep moving forward, you can achieve anything. You really can. And that's why one reason why I like to wear this necklace is because it's so inspirational in that way, in that sense. It's how you can achieve anything if you basically keep your mind to it. Number 25. Stop acting like everything is fine if it isn't. We always can't just put on a brave face. We need to we need to cry on someone's shoulders at times. We have to. It's something that everyone does. Like, don't blurt it out to the world. Don't be like, post it on Facebook, oh, I'm so miserable, or post on Twitter, oh, I'm so miserable. Speak to someone about it. Don't let the whole world know. You need to let the world know you're strong still, but you got some friends out there. There's some people out there who listen to you, and you just talk to them. To be like, hey, I got this problem, I don't know how to solve it. And usually when you talk to someone about a problem, you're thinking more clearly about it. You are overlooking everything, and you are like deciphering it, and then you know the answer. It doesn't always happen. I'm not saying it does, but it's something that often happens when you talk with someone about it. Like, it's not exactly something when it's fine, but when I do the coding and stuff, I talk to my boyfriend about it, and sometimes I just work it out. I talk to him about it because I'm just like deciphering it in my head. And the same thing that happens when you're fine. But if that doesn't happen when you're fine, and you don't solve a problem, someone's out there. They're looking out for you. They are trying to help you, and they're listening to you. There's always going to be someone out there listening to you. I would love to listen to anyone out there who's got problems. I am that sort of person who really looks out for people and wants to try my best to keep people happy. And if you ever have a problem, feel free to talk to me. I'll be happy to talk to you about that, because that's the sort of person I am. I'm usually a quite straightforward person and honest person, but sometimes that's what you need. Like, you might not like the information you get back, the honest opinion you get back, but you need to be hit hard and know where you've gone wrong and how you can move forward. Because if you're not getting told correct information of how you can move forward, you're not going to learn. And it might be tough, but in the end result, if you're a lot more beneficial than saying, yeah, this person's completely wrong, when really you're wrong. I mean, would you prefer to be lied to saying you're right, or would you prefer to be told the truth about how you were wrong? Number 26. Stop blaming others for your troubles. Pretty self-explanatory. Don't blame others for your troubles. It's your fault at the end of the day. I mean, some people could have played a part to it, but you shouldn't blame someone else. Like, even if someone broke up with you, that could be a trouble of yours, and you might blame the other person, but you can't blame it all on them. You might have changed and they found something they didn't like about you, and you just can't blame all of them. Sometimes people have a change of heart and you have to just move on, because you have to just keep moving forward, really. You don't blame others for your troubles. The extent to which you can achieve your dreams depends to the extent in which you take responsibility for your life. You have to take responsibility for things, and it's literally like learning from your own mistakes. That's literally what it is. If you deny responsibilities, you give other powers over that. When you blame others for what you've been going through, you deny responsibility, and you're giving them the power of that part of your life. And I was thinking about this video, like thinking, wait, is that true? And it is sort of true. Like, they're controlling your life if you do that. You need to be in control of your life. You need to say, yeah, this is my responsibility and I will learn from it. But if you blame it someone else, it's like saying, yeah, here you go, have a bit of this. Have this bit in my life. And it's just like, why? You need to take control. You need to move forward and you need to learn from your mistakes. Number 27. Stop trying to be everything to everyone. You can't be everything. You can't be... It's impossible. You can't be happy, cheerful person to every single person out there. It would be mind-numbing. It would be horrible to do that. Even I can't do that. And I would love to do that, but it's so difficult at times, and it's a lot of weight on your shoulders at times. But making one person smile can change so much for that person's world. It might not change the whole world, but it can change so much for that one person. And that is important in life. Even if it's just one person, you don't have to change the world. You can change one person's world. And that should be the only thing that really matters. Your existence means something to someone. Even if it's just your mum or your dad, family or friends, it means something to someone. And you don't need to impress an enormous amount of people. Impress who you can. Just try to be everything to someone, if not to anyone. Just be yourself and be natural. That's the best thing to be. Number 28. Stop worrying so much. If you worry, you're in doubt and you're not going to get anywhere. You'll be trapped. If you worry, you're trapped. Because you'll be in this mindset that you can't achieve anything. But you can. You really can. You can achieve whatever for how you like. If you put your mind to it, you can achieve whatever you like. That's what I keep saying, and that's what I go with. It will not stop what's happening tomorrow. It will just stop the joy of today if you worry about it. And one thing to check is, what does matter in 1 year's time? If it's like someone's death, then yeah, of course it would matter. But if it's like a PowerPoint that's happening tomorrow, it might have a small influence. But you'll learn from your mistakes if you had any mistakes, and it isn't going to change the world. It probably won't matter in 1 year's time, to be fair. It might change your grade a little bit, but overall, it won't matter. Number 29. Stop focusing on what you don't want to happen. Things are going to come your way that you don't want to happen. And it's just going to happen. Even things will always happen that you don't want to happen. And you just got to face them head on. Because it's like a challenge. It's like being given a quest in a game. Imagine it like that. And you want to do this. You need to accomplish this. And yeah. I mean, no, quest is optional. You don't have to do it. But like say is Dark Souls 2. I want to keep playing it, but I can't keep playing it until I defeat this boss. Otherwise, I won't be able to explore anywhere else really, and it'd be quite boring. So, I don't want to defeat the boss, but I have to, because it's quite tough. So I'll just defeat it. Well, hopefully, eventually. And that's just like an example. It's probably a bad example though. But you had to keep moving forward. You had to keep trying your best. You had to keep doing what you can. And people will be there helping you at times. But sometimes they won't be. But in most cases they will be. But you won't achieve anything if you just stand in one place and you don't go over these obstacles. Life is like a running track with those hurdles. And you have to just keep running forwards and jumping over those hurdles. That's how life is, and you have to keep moving forwards. Round and round and round. You might seem like that. It might seem like it's round and round. And that's basically is what life is. It's going round in circles. But life is worth it at the end. And last one. Number 30. Stop being ungrateful, please. Be grateful for everything. Every small thing. Whether it's like having shelter over your head, being given food, water, or I don't know, anything. Be grateful for it. We've got so much in life. Be grateful for the family you got. Be grateful for the friends you've got. Be grateful for all the games you've got. Whatever it is, just be grateful. Be grateful for the grades you got. Be grateful for yourself, of how much you accomplished. You need to be grateful for everything that you're given in life. You can't be like, oh, my life is rubbish because I can't have this game. No. Don't be pathetic. Don't be selfish. Your life is amazing. You got family, you got friends, you got other games. You don't need that game to show that your life is awesome. You got so much in life to give. And just be grateful for everything you've got so far. Because you have achieved a lot so far. And you can only ever be achieving more. So, my channel of the week goes to the Honest Panda Show. He makes good videos. He's done stuff like SteamWorld Dig, Outlast, Need for Speed, Thief. He's done some good games. And he makes good content videos. He hasn't been on YouTube for that long. It's just been over a month since he's been doing these videos. He's been uploading videos. And he's currently got... Wait. He's currently got 36 subscribers. So it's not... It's quite a good amount still. That's like a class full of people. Which is quite good. But it would be nice to have more support from him. It'd be nice for him to gain more support. Because he does make good videos. And I think you all will enjoy it. He does a variety of different games. So why not? So check him out. Check out his channel and see his gameplay footage. So that was it for this episode of Vlognesday. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, my hair's gone wet. If you did, give me a like, a comment, and a subscribe. All of it is really appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Greatly appreciated. And follow me on Twitter, which is at Sammi_Cake. Like me on Facebook, which is SammiiCake. Hope you enjoy this episode, my friends. So do what that means. Bye bye!